Yesterday, we got on a 16-night Caribbean cruise for under £50 a night.
That's the cabin, the food, the entertainment, and this balcony.
Join us this week as we embark upon the longest sea journey we've ever taken.
We're Rick and Adam, the floating nomads.
We quit the 9 to 5, sold our house and set out to live and travel differently.
Whether we're slow travelling over land or waking up to nothing but sea.
One unique home is always waiting for us. Our narrowboat, Serenissima.
Join us on board and abroad.
So this is home for the next 16 nights. It's a Fantastica balcony cabin, the category above the cheapest. And this is why you book the balcony.
Let's talk about how much we paid. So for this 16-night cruise from the Caribbean, we are paying a total of £46 per night each, which is basically £92 for the cabin. But included in that, you obviously get all your food, all the entertainment, that's gratuities paid for as well. You don't get drinks included in that, but you can just pay for them one by one as you have them, or you can put a drinks package on top of that, which is what we've done. To put that into perspective, a decent 4-star hotel, which is basically what this is, would be a lot more than £92 per night, unless you were very lucky. That wouldn't include any of those things, and it wouldn't take you anywhere. This cruise ship is basically our transport home. So we did get a flight out to the Caribbean to get on this, but this will take us right back to Southampton, where we just jump on a train. Another thing we've noticed is that excursions on MSC seem to be pretty good value. This morning we took a half-day excursion to Guadeloupe, which included a trip to the Botanic Gardens, an entry in there as well, a couple of beaches, some food and a rum tasting. And all that was €89 each. We had a look at how much a similar excursion would cost with Norwegian cruise lines, and theirs was $145, and that didn't include any food or drinks. So pretty good value. Let's have a look at what we got up to.
So far, kudos to MSC. That is literally the quickest we've ever been waiting and then got on the excursion.
Probably under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Information on the way here, like non-stop talking, which is sometimes how these excursions go. Although I'm not sure I want to know how many supermarkets there are on the island and exactly where they are.
And where the radio station is.
However, there were some interesting facts as well, and one that I was very pleased about, because I'm no fan of snakes. And he said that the snakes were driven off the island by mongooses.
Mongooses?
Mongoose.
I don't know whether it's mongoose or mongooses.
Anyway, they drove off the snakes, so this island doesn't have them, which is good news for me.
But it also drove off the parrot, so there are no parrots on this island, because once the mongooses had eaten all the snakes, they went after the parrots and ate all the eggs, and there are no parrots on Guadeloupe.
However, on neighbouring islands, there are plenty of snakes, because there are no geese.
Geeses. Yes, like Indiana Jones, Adam is absolutely terrified of snakes. That's the only comparison I'm going to make. I knew there were snakes on Martinique where we were yesterday.
What?
I didn't tell you.
I don't know where it's come from. I never used to be. I remember holding snakes when I was a child. Flamingos,
actual pink ones. Last time we saw them in Cagliari. They weren't very pink.
No, they were white. They hadn't had enough prawn.
Krill. It does weird things to your eyes when you look at it. See if you can try and film it. Put the camera in there and pull it out.
We should talk about Death in Paradise.
We should. So, Death in Paradise, the British BBC TV series, I always thought that that title sounded like an Agatha Christie story. And I watched a few episodes of it because I knew we were coming here because this is a filming location for it.
It is the island. The island is St. Mary.
But it's set on Guadeloupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's filmed on Guadeloupe.
Yeah.
The capital city of the island that they have, the fictional one, is called Honoré. The one book I brought with me on this trip was Agatha Christie's A Caribbean Mystery, the Miss Marple one. And the island in that is called Saint Honoré. So those two things are obviously linked. I found that pretty cool.
They are honouring Agatha Christie.
No.
And you can really see why they wanted to film it here, can't you?
It's absolutely stunning. It is what, when you think about a paradise island in your head, that's what Guadeloupe looks like. Especially this bit of it, this garden.
It's a mango.
It's a mango.
Don't pick it.
It's not ripe yet.
Richard, I don't think you meant to do Quick, put it in the bag for later.
Smells good. It's not ripe. They're all over the floor. It's not like I've just done a bad thing.
Just put it in the bag. Loud. Don't think the monkeys have worked out how to use the chains. So we're kind of 50-50 about official excursions when on cruise ships, but the good side is that was a real hour-plus journey, and it was easy because we just got on a coach and we arrived.
Yeah.
Had we had to do that by ourselves, it would probably limit where we got to in the kind of radius.
You also know that if you do an official excursion, which this is, the boat will wait for you if anything happens. Yeah. You know, you're not going to be stranded.
It's not a bad view to taste the local food and punch, is it?
No, it's not.
So just a word about this. Last week on Martinique, we did try the tea punch and the salt fish fritters, which just so happened to be the local food on Guadeloupe as well.
We tried a lot of the tea punch. Too much.
So we're going to try those again for you. That's a lot of punch.
Here you have the national drink, which is the tea punch, which is you want to experience that. Here you have the saltfish fritters, and here you have the black pudding, right here.
Tea punch time.
It's 20 to 11 in the morning and this is neat roll. Bye. Very good.
And yeah, you weren't that keen on the white pudding in Martinique.
Yeah.
Try the black.
Black pudding.
Nice. It's actually nice.
Are you getting it out of the skin?
Yeah.
Squeeze it out of the skin. I mean, that looks pretty disgusting, but I'll try it. Go and get mine now. Hey, could I have the planter's punch, please?
All right. Yeah.
Bit of everything, please, yeah.
Everything, I don't blame you.
Looks good.
All right.
The planter's punch, which is the local cocktail made with rum and sugar cane. That's a lot more palatable for the morning.
All right. Fine.
Oh, that's just sweet.
What juice?
Guava, you just said.
Guava juice. Very good. And my favourite thing from the meal last week in Mama's Shack were the fritters. So I'm glad to have these again. So light. Squidgy and warm. A squidgy warm thing that I squeeze out the stuff in the middle and then eat it.
And it tastes nice, doesn't it?
Thankfully, it tastes a lot better than it looks.
It's like pate.
Yes, a warm pate. Yeah. It's all right.
3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
Well, that's been a nice morning, but time now to get to the longest beach on the Basso Terra here in Guadeloupe. Time to get back on the coast.
Maybe sometimes
We've just got our first view of the water, and it is spectacular.
It's like we're in the Caribbean or something.
seem to change. Ooh, don't you hesitate. Go put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, sunburned and lonely.
Absolutely gorgeous, but the waves are really high. When we were in the coach just now, he warned us, he said when it's windy, the waves will be really high. And it's quite easy to get in the water, but it's really hard to get out. So unless you're a strong swimmer, don't go in. And then we got here, and it's so loud because it's rough.
Sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright.
Palm trees, blue seas, blue skies, and just a word, it is Easter Sunday today, so the beach is slightly more packed than it would have been otherwise.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down.
So this won't be the only beach in today's video.
No, tomorrow we were going on to another Caribbean island and a very special beach that is very famous.
And not just for the sand and the sea.
You're gonna find yourself somewhere.
But first, we might sample another rum here on the beach, and then we're going to see you guys on the ship tonight, where you're going to spend the evening with us, and we're going to have a proper sail away.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. Ooh, you're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.
We're back aboard after what was a pretty brilliant day.
It was an awesome day.
Typical Caribbean day.
We were back on board by about 2 p.m, which was also awesome. So we've chilled in the cabin all afternoon, made very good use of the air conditioning, and now we're changed and ready to go out.
Yeah, as I alluded to before, we didn't really do sail away yesterday because the ship departed at 11 p.m. from Martinique. So we're treating tonight really as our first proper night aboard and the first sail away. However, the time is now 6:10 and it's already getting dark, and there are rain clouds as well. So I don't know how well this will go, but we'll see. We'll go up to top deck, but not before we try the British pub on board called the Masters of the Sea. I say this on every cruise video. Negate those calories. Use the stairs.
Down, never up.
So here we are at the proper British pub.
And if you're wondering why we look a weird colour, it's because it's Easter Sunday and they have like a LED ceiling, and it's all pink with Easter eggs and Easter bunnies and things, and it's all reflecting back on our faces to make us look like we're really sunburned.
It is quite an amazing thing. It's the biggest LED ceiling at sea, and it changes during the day with lots of different things. However, you'll see more of that in next week's video when we show you a lot more of the ship. So let's give you some ship stats here. It's the 19th biggest cruise ship in the world. Now, bearing in mind that the ships recently, in recent years, have really gone huge, and a lot of them. 19th in the world is still massive. It's 6,000 people.
6,300 people, and it is MSC's 5th biggest ship.
So we always, if we're doing repositioning, we want to know that there's a lot to do on the ship, and I can tell you there is a lot to do on this ship.
There is on this one. The other thing to say about repositioning cruises, they are generally not very busy. They don't sell all the cabins, don't really know why. So if you get the chance to do one, you'll get all these amenities, and you usually don't have to queue for stuff. It's brilliant.
Right, coming up to 7 p.m, let's go and see, A, if there is a sail away party tonight on top deck, and B, if it's dark or rainy.
You can't tell in here, it's always daylight.
You might have noticed.
It's already dark.
Oh well. Still beautiful though. Look at that.
And it's really nice and warm with a nice breeze.
Caribbean evenings are something else.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you don't need coats. And it's just nice to come on deck, and it's really hot still. So I'm not sure there's an official like sail away party.
We can make one.
Yeah, let's just go and get a cocktail, shall we? At the back, at the aft.
Is this the back? Are we going the right way? I'm not convinced we are.
It is right. We're going to the aft, definitely. That's how big it is. You
I don't know why we're walking at this pace. Because you're on the walking track, is that why?
You're never quite sure what's front and back because it's so big. Margarita. And I'm glad to see there is a party atmosphere here at the aft. The music is blasting out, the lights are on, but there's hardly anyone here. I think that's going to be indicative of just how many passengers are on this Atlantic crossing.
We're kind of happy with that though. We can make a party wherever we go.
Cheers. Cheers, guys. That's it. We're officially
sailed away.
Quite unceremonious. Cheers. Here's to a grand voyage.
And a margarita, always.
But first, we'll see you tomorrow morning when we're going to tick something off my bucket list.
Good morning. Today we are on our way to 2 countries on the same island.
What island?
St. Maarten is what we call it in English.
Yeah, and we're doing another excursion starting at 8:15, and it's now 8:10, so we need to get to the theatre. So it's been over a week now that we've been here in the Caribbean, and...
Why do you sound like that?
Because I'm tired.
The air conditioning, that's why it sounds like that.
Still not got used to the time. I swear I'm still on European time. I'm waking up really early. We're in bed by 9:30. And that's how it's been going. But luckily, as we cross the Atlantic in the next couple of weeks, the time will get more and more like UK time.
Yeah, we lose an hour pretty much every day, I think.
So I might be feeling more human as the days go by.
Let's hope so. Mr. Grouch here. It's 8:15 in the morning, it's not fun.
Proceed to the exit. We have called so far 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't forget about number 5.
Eric's very pleased.
I'm very pleased. There is leg room in the normal seats of this bus. I normally have to sit at the front. I'm too tall. So, one island, two countries. We are now in France, officially.
And the capital of the French half,
Yes.
called Marigot.
Yeah, and we crossed the border to get here. They didn't need to use our passports. I find this super interesting. So this island has been two countries since the 1400s, and it was signed by the Dutch and the French, and that is one of the oldest treaties still in existence in the world. Just remarkable that it's kind of still under operation after all those years.
So it is just a quick stop here, and not just because it's Easter Monday and everything is shut. So the coach has just dropped us here for half an hour, and then we are finally going to that beach. So this little stop in Marigot does give us time to tell you why it is a bucket list thing for me, this beach that we're about to go to. It's because I'm quite an aviation geek.
You can say that again. Taught himself to fly in lockdown on like a simulator.
Yeah, so my lockdown was quite productive, at least a couple of hours a day learning how to fly an Airbus A320.
Became very dull in that time.
And towards the end of the lockdown, when I was able to fly the things, I used to go on short hops in my simulator.
Boring.
Over the Mediterranean every day, just
Boring.
because we couldn't do it in real life. It was fun. This beach is probably the nearest I'm going to get to a landing plane. It's definitely busier than I thought. We need to claim our spot.
Yeah.
We are right at the edge of the runway, so we're just waiting now. I've checked flight radar. We've got about a 25-minute wait till the next one.
So we can stand here for 25 minutes.
Just to be clear, what we are waiting for is massive planes, like there'll be a 737, I think, going right over our heads and landing just there behind us.
This is one of the most photographed aviation spots on the planet. So cool. I've seen many clips of this, but none of them tell you that you get a mouthful of sand when a big one goes over it. That was so loud. Amazing.
People getting blown over when planes are taking
When
off.
planes take off, the jet
Blast.
engines,
Jet
yeah,
blast.
the blast is so extreme that people like fall over.
Stay here all day.
It's loads of
However.
fun. However, I've got a mouthful of sand now because that just happened.
So yeah, we have to be back on the coach. But yeah, we managed to get a couple of big ones there. And wow, that's definitely
like-
bucket list.
No, nothing else I've ever done in the world. It's so cool.
Very happy indeed. I hope you've enjoyed coming around a couple of Caribbean islands with us this
been
week.
fun.
Yeah, and we're going to get back on the MSC Virtuosa, and we're not going to leave it for a fair few days.
Yeah, so before we get back to Southampton, there are 10 nights at sea. 10.
I'm looking forward to it, but will it prove to be a bit too much, this repositioning cruise?
I think we're going to be bored. Let's see.
No. Well, you and I, Rick, will find out when you guys find out next week when you join us from the middle of the Atlantic. If you've liked what you've seen, please do give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
And please do comment on this video and all the others. We read every single one and we love hearing from you.
Until next week, in the middle of the ocean.
Goodbye.
Ooh, you're gonna find yourself somewhere.